Have you ever seen a ghost in a wedding dress? What would you do if you heard crying near the river in the middle of the night? And when you turned around, there was no one there. They say love never dies. But what happens when love is interrupted by tragedy? And what if that pain refuses to let go? Tonight, I want to tell you a story from Jordan, a story the locals still whisper about to this day. They call her the bride of the Yarmouk River. She was young, beautiful, full of life. Her wedding day was just days away. The village spoke of her with admiration, how happy she looked, how deeply her adored her. But fate had a different plan. One afternoon, she walked down to the Yarmouk River. No one knows exactly why. Some say she went to wash her hands for a pre-wedding blessing. Others believe she needed a moment alone to pray or clear her mind before the big day. She never returned. Her body was found the next morning, floating motionless in the water. Her white engagement dress soaked and stained. No bruises, no sign of struggle, just silence. Some believe it was an accident. Others insist something more sinister happened. But the truth is far more disturbing, because she was never truly gone. Not long after her death, eerie sightings began. Fishermen started reporting a woman in white wandering near the riverbank. Her dress was dripping, her eyes empty, her face frozen in sorrow. She never spoke, but she wept. Villagers avoided the river after sunset. They claimed that if you stood alone by the water, you could hear soft sobbing, sometimes faint and distant, like it was carried by the wind. Other times it felt terrifyingly close. A taxi driver once claimed he picked up a woman dressed in white near the river. She said nothing. She simply sat in the back seat, unmoving. When he turned to ask for her destination, there was no one there. Only a wet imprint on the seat remained. Then came the lights. Faint glowing orbs floating along the riverbank. Cold, blue, and flickering just above the surface. Witnesses say they appear right before she does. One couple, visiting from the city, took a walk by the river at night. They heard humming, a slow, haunting melody that resembled a wedding song. As they drew closer, the humming became sobbing. They turned and ran without looking back. But the most chilling thing people say? She's not angry. She's lonely. She doesn't haunt to hurt. She walks the river to remember, to relive the moment she never had. A bride without a wedding, a soul without rest. And some claim she searches for someone to stay with her, to keep her company in the darkness. So now I ask you, would you walk beside the Yarmouk River after midnight? If you heard her crying, would you try to comfort her? Or would you run, knowing that if you turn your head, you might see her standing right behind you? Let me know in the comments. Would you dare to meet the bride of the